Hey, what is up guys? So this is my third Siege character analysis video. Remember, if you'd like to submit, just recommend a character. I can also analyze matches uploaded as on listed, and then comment it. Comment the link. So today we'll be doing an analysis of Smoke. He's a 2-2 operator with the SAS. He is a stealth character that excels in crowd control and area denial. Some of the key advantages are his shield and great plant denial. In my opinion, his ability is very hard to use as it's so situational. He is very versatile. He can put himself in very bad situations using his shield and get out of them with the ability. So first primaries, he has the M5 and the FMG. The M5 is used in Pro League as it has amazing utility. It's also often used on Mute, who has an even better SMG than Smoke. Use a shotgun to make it rotates in line of sight holes. It's also great at vertical play. If you miss your first shot, you will very often die. The FMG is okay. It's very low recoil and has okay damage. It has a DPS of 496 on 3 speeds, 387 on 2 speeds, and 304 on 3 armors. So for his secondaries, he has the P2 and the SMG-11. Always use the SMG-11. It's outright better. Has a high fire rate, pretty good damage. It dumps its mag of 16 plus 1 very fast, so be careful and practice landing headshots on shot 1, otherwise this SMG isn't great. You often use this like a primary in a lot of cases. It has a DPS of 950 on 3 speeds, which is insane. Kills shot 3, has a DPS of 741 on 2 speeds, kills shot 4, and a DPS of 583 on 3 armors, and kills shot 5. This gun also has very bad damage. Drop like 35 is point blank. It does 20 a shot in most cases. For gadgets, use the shield unless there's a specific reason for using barbed wire, like yellow stairs on console or piano stairs on Outback, where this is slower. This slows them down and causes people to make noise. So on to encounters, he doesn't really counter anyone in specific. He more counters general things that anyone can do. Except for, in my opinion, he hard counters Monty, like unwinnable for Monty. And he does counter Blitz pretty hard. He also counters ops like Therm, using the dumb smoke glitch. Which, it's very hard to explain. You could probably look that up somewhere else if you want to learn more about it. He counters plants, angle coverage, and Peeker's advantage is abusing shield. He gets countered by glass, as he can see through smoke very clearly. And in some situations, he's countered by ops like Ash and Zofia, who can break his shield, which is his big advantage. He also counters Finka. I forgot to mention that, because you take double the ticks when you have a charge. His playstyle is a defensive style-based character. He struggles in one-on-one gunfights due to an inconsistent shotgun and a situational SMG-11. He excels in late round as he consistently denies plants with ease and blocks areas and completely denies Monty and other slow planters. By slow planters, I mean people who are slow to get away from canceling a plant, not taking longer to plant. Now, I'll roll a clip of a setup, and then the tips will play. Enjoy the rest of the video. I want to show a time that you want to use barbed wire with Smoke, because he does need to use it some of the time. So if you want to see my loadout, right there. This is one of the more complex setups that he has. He seems a lot less protected than he actually is. Okay, so as usual, I'll show what Smoke has to do to set up, then where all the reinforcements will go, then what the other ops would be. So to start, you break this hole. So what this does is when your Smoke's playing piano, say something's coming up, you can see them. So I'll show you. Just gonna place the barbed wire because you want them to make noise. So I'll show with my smoke canister. Say they're coming upstairs. They're taking their time. They hold an angle right here. Look what it sees. So that barbed wire is a little too low, but yeah. So what you want to do for your rotate hole. So he needs a way out in this setup. I like to do one like this. Some people like to do others. So what you've got with it, the smoke's kind of sitting around here. He's really protected. Sometimes you need to ask, for the most part, you need to ask for a shield to cover you from there though. So what you do here, you can cover default plant, one of them. You can cover back there with so smoke's very good at covering plants because they glow. Didn't need to peek it. It would stop that plant. I could do the same for here. So, continuing with the setup, these two would be reinforced. So I actually do have to reinforce the second wall to get a more accurate hole for the next
10
spot.
seconds to insertion.
Then you make a hole here for the setup.
5
So
seconds
what
to
that
insertion.
does, default plant's right there.
Keep an eye out for Op 4 attempting to defuse your bombs.
Default plant's covered. Very strong. Okay, so now we're gonna go on to the rotates that need to be made. So for the first rotate that I haven't already mentioned, this can be either side. I prefer this side since it's more uncovered. Just like that. So people in dorms can retreat fairly easily, and people in here can retreat out. So that one is very useful. There isn't a lot of other rotates I like. I do like to open this hatch because it is very easy to get pinched in here from there and there if smoke dies. 3 spots at once. So quick rotate out, very helpful. Okay, so that's it for the rotates. Now I'm going to talk about where I would reinforce. Okay, so to start, there is the global reinforcements coming out. So if you really wanted to take the initiative and waste a lot of your own time, which I wouldn't do, you could do your own setup, but I'm going to just treat this like 2 each. One there, one there. I like to do them there, some people don't. Is that 3 walls though? It is. Okay, so never mind that. There. Those 2 walls. These 2 walls. So that's 6. Now, this is very argued now. This one is always a must. Because, say I'm sitting at the window, look what I could see.
You have entered an enemy-controlled area. Leave now.
I can see
Your
yellow.
location has
That's
been
very
compromised.
important not to be able to be seen. So, there is a must reinforce. Same deal here.
You will be detected if you remain.
I'll reinforce off this wall.
Been spotted by hostiles.
It's not gonna break. It's not gonna break for me. Even though these walls are reinforced, it cuts off one of your rotates. So 1 and 1, not the ones next to it. Now, as for the final 2, there isn't a specific spot that I have in mind. So feel free to try things out. You could do things like reinforce here so they can't get long line of sights. I would do that if I were you. And same with here, so they can't get lines of sight from piano stairs as easily. And then there's your 10. But feel free to try different things out with your final 2. Now, let's get on to the operators. Okay, so obviously, Smoke plays here. He's got his rotate, got his line of sight hole. He is likely going to be asking for a shield from someone else. I will make sure in the strat that I have someone that has a shield in it. So, that it makes sense. Now let's get on to the second op. Okay, so for the second op, I would use Valkyrie. Now, I'm just going to name some, I'll choose some spots for camps. So, Valkyrie uses her deagle. You can break there. So what this does, break the speakers too. You might need a shotgun for that. I'm not entirely sure. This sees here as a bonus on top of seeing Mechanical Bull, where she has a strat where she goes below into the kitchen, pre-places a nitro right there. The people sitting here can get blown up. Okay, so for the second cam, this map is very hard to get great cam spots, although I would put it here. Sees this entire room. And piano, very important places to hold. Now, for the last one, this is actually oriented towards helping smoke. I'll put a cam back somewhere in this plant, on the fans, somewhere like that, so smoke knows even earlier whether someone is coming or not. Okay, let's get on to the third op. Okay, so I bring a pulse. He's going to be playing below. And what he does is he sits below here and denies plants. He can also rotate through here, deny plants in either spots. His whole goal is to deny plants. But remember, they can always rush pulse. So someone needs to be ready to defend them. That is very tricky, as often what I would say for the pulse is just run away, stall. You don't really need someone defending you necessarily if you do it right. Okay, so let's get on to the fourth operator. So for the fourth operator, I would use Maestro. So as for the cam spots, right there, what this does is these are hard. Thermite breaches them. And he can shock off the thermites. And if they get it off without Maestro stopping it somehow, you'll see what I'll just make a hole. It is not the size of a thermite hole, but the cams are right on this TV. They can see default plant, so they have to use some form of utility to break that camera. Now for the second cam spot, this is a very simple one actually. I would place it right here, or right here, either side. Looks down this hall, looks down that. Very simple, covers this rotate. Okay, let's get on to the fifth operator. Okay, so for the fifth operator, I would bring probably Wamai. So he can give Smoke a shield. Maestro, who is likely going somewhere like there, he can use his magnets in places like along the side of this couch and more towards here, just to help support him. As for where he himself plays, he could play this shield, just doesn't do much. What I would actually do probably is play showers. Then I pushes from there, then I pushes from there, then I pushes from there. Very simple. Okay, so for a quick list of who I was bringing: Maestro, Pulse, Valkyrie, Smoke, Wamai. It has roamers, so yeah. That's it, so let's get on to the tips now. Tip 1, get synergy. Ask for Jager or Wamai to help defend the shield. Tip 2, don't play kills. Smoke denies plants by smoking out, not shooting. Tip 3, don't smoke Monty. If there's nothing stopping him from moving, he'll just leave. Tip 4, use vertical play. Smoke Shotty is deadly from above. Tip 5, use SMG-11 as your primary. Shotgun is for utility. Tip 6. Practice SMG-11. Here's a drill. T-Hunt, Oregon, Sledge. Don't reload until you've killed about 3 terrorists. Tip 7. Pick your fight. Smoke has not great guns, and if you die, it hurts the team a lot. Tip 8. Use dome smoke. Smoke nades go through walls when placed next to it on the floor. Tip 9. Save smoke nades until later on so the attackers have to move.